There are many who believe that the globalist cabal is working to bring about World War III, and there is growing evidence that we are headed in that direction. First, of course, we have the ongoing Ukraine-Russia war, which has been eclipsed recently by the Israel-Hamas conflict. But there is more you may not know. Earlier this week, the Pentagon reported that the U.S. military carried out strikes against 2 Iranian-backed facilities in eastern Syria, reportedly in response to attacks against U.S. troops. In the past week, U.S. and coalition troops have been attacked 19 times by Iran-backed forces in Iraq and Syria over the Israeli-Hamas conflict. 21 U.S. soldiers have suffered injuries so far, most of them traumatic brain injuries. The strikes were ordered by President Joe Biden, who did not coordinate U.S. military efforts with Israel. A senior U.S. official, speaking on condition of anonymity, said 2 F-16 fighter jets carried out the strikes at roughly 4:30 a.m. last Friday near Abu Kamal, a Syrian town on the border with Iraq. The official said the targets were weapons and munitions storage facilities. 2 weeks ago, numerous drones and 4 cruise missiles fired by Houthis backed by Iran were shot down by U.S. troops and the U.S. warship USS Carney off the coast of Yemen. As a result of Iranian-backed forces attacking American forces, the United States has occasionally carried out retaliatory strikes in the past. U.S. forces launched multiple airstrikes in Syria in March against Iran-aligned groups, which they blamed for killing an American contractor in a drone attack. However, the United States has been sending more warships and fighter aircraft to the region since the Israel-Hamas conflict erupted on October 7th, including 2 aircraft carriers, making the current 5th Fleet one of the largest U.S. fleets in the area since the Second World War. There have been thousands of new troops added to the region. In addition, a record number of Chinese warships have appeared in the waters around Taiwan in recent months, as tensions escalate between the breakaway nation and mainland China. The Chinese Navy reported 16 warships near the island over a 72-hour period in July, and there have been reports of more warships since. During the same period, 72 People's Liberation Army aircraft either crossed the Taiwan Strait's median line, an unofficial division that separates the two sides, or entered the southern parts of the island's air defense zone. Chinese President Xi Jinping has hinted that an invasion could take place as early as next year. Finally, after years of impotent aggression toward the U.S., North Korea is now reported to have missiles capable of reaching the U.S. mainland, as well as nuclear weapons to arm them. North Korea tested its most powerful missile to date, the Hwasong-18, last summer. During its maiden flight, it traveled about 1,000 kilometers, but the U.S.-based CSIS missile defense project estimated its true range to exceed 15,000 kilometers, making the missile capable of reaching New York or Washington. During a second test in July, a Hwasong-18 reached an altitude of over 6,600 kilometers with a flight time of 74 minutes. North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in mid-September about potentially providing Moscow with weapons for its war in Ukraine. There are concerns that in return, North Korea may seek advanced weapons technology from Russia. During the Cold War, mutually assured destruction, or MAD, virtually guaranteed that neither the U.S. or Russia would launch their nuclear missiles. Today, 7 more nations possess nuclear weapons. These are France, China, the United Kingdom, Pakistan, India, Israel, and North Korea.